So after 9 months of waiting, Attack on Titan the final season part 2 episode 76 Judgment has finally premiered. But what do I think about it?
Shut up and sit down.
Yo, what's good? It's a boy, reviews and heavy spoilers for episode 76 Judgment. You have been warned, and I will not be referencing anything from the manga from 76 onwards. This will just be anime only friendly. So let's get on with it. Let's talk about the good. And the good is the obvious increased enhanced animation from season 4 part 1. Now, after rewatching all 3 seasons and going into season 4, I won't lie, season 4 hasn't really aged that well out of all the seasons. It's the one season where each time I watch the Titan fighting animation, it just looks less and less impressive to me. Everything else about that season is brilliant and amazing, but when it comes to the Titan fights, I won't lie, every time I rewatch it, I'm a little less impressed. But going into Judgment and seeing Reiner versus Eren, the animation was just on point. Now, there were some janky moments here and there, but for what they did, they were able to stylize the animation in a way where the movements felt very 2D, yet they were obviously using CGI. The sheer brutality of the Titans fighting just felt very visceral, and it was actually hard to watch when Reiner was stabbing Eren with one of the Warhammer Titan spears and he was just roaring with pain. You actually really felt that this dude was in pain, and the sound design was on point. Some of the gun bullets firing just felt like you were watching a Christopher Nolan film. The scene with Zeke reviving from that Titan in the beginning was just so majestic and very angelic at the same time. Like the way Floch and Hanji and the rest of the Jaegerists were just looking at him in awe. The lighting, the background design, I was impressed with it in the trailer, but hearing the new soundtrack added in with that great MAPPA animation just really felt right. The scenes of Armin, Mikasa, Jean, Connie, Onion, Coupon in the cellar, I noticed that the art style was slightly refined versus the part 1 version. A lot of the designs were very consistent throughout the episode. None of the characters looked off model. But let's get on to the plot and some of the nitty gritty things that happen in this episode. This little girl in the world called Paths recreating Zeke's body with sand, like she's building a sand castle, was quite funny but also kind of freaky at the same time. Who is she and why does she have this mysterious power? I think the highlight of this episode was definitely the scene underground with the main cast of Mikasa, Armin, Jean and Connie when Onion Coupon opens the cellar door for them, and Connie is just mad. He is just frustrated, he is just heartbroken, he is just fed up of being betrayed by his friends. Annie, Bertolt, Reiner, Floch, Eren, everyone betraying him. This guy is just... he's lost Sasha because Eren's reckless actions. Finding out that Eren's siding with Zeke to take down the military, end all Eldians' lives so they're not going to have any kids. You could feel Connie's anger and frustration. MAPPA's facial expressions are just wild and expressive and so much damn emotion. Even Mikasa, as Armin is asking her what does she want to do, you just see the look in her eyes, she's just torn. And I love how Armin, despite Eren beating him to a bloody pulp, he just thinks 2-3 steps ahead of everyone else. He's the only one besides Jean who thinks that everything Eren said and doing, he isn't betraying anyone. And I was pretty damn proud of Armin in this moment. And he had another awesome scene with Onion Coupon where he was the only one who trusted him, on the fact that his little speech about the world being more interesting with a mix of people back in episode 9 to Armin really stuck with him, and it really made him see that this guy isn't a traitor. This guy still wants a future for kids all around the world, not just Eldians. I love the moment where after Armin tells everyone, hey, let's go help Eren, and everyone is just feeling really hesitant. No one really knows what to say and do, and you just have this ominous, really intense music in the background. It really adds to the tension and how everyone is feeling about Eren. One scene which is unexpectedly funny is the moment where Porco chops off Peek's hand after he tries to free her from the chains, and she and Gabby are both screaming. That was pretty damn funny. But as well as funny moments, there were some heartfelt moments where Magif hugs Gabby immediately. He doesn't scold her immediately, he just goes in for the hug, and Gabby's really surprised. It just shows you that even though these guys are Eldians, people that Malgith despises, he still cares for his child warriors. But with that said, let's talk about the mixed aspects of this episode. The scenes with the scouts flying around in the ODM gears was still CGI animation, but the animation was slightly better than what came before it in episode 6 to 8. But I still think it didn't look as dynamic as how Wit Studios' ODM gear scenes looked. But that's just a small little nitpick. And in terms of the bad, there were 1 or 2 scenes with Rhinus Titan which looked really odd and I wasn't really a fan of. It kind of looked a bit distracting, but that was it, just those 1 or 2 scenes. Apart from that, this episode was stellar. What a way to kick off the final season part 2, and the OP and ED, bloody heck, they're my favourites in a long time. And with that, I'm going to give Attack on Titan the final season part 2 episode 76 Judgement 9 out of 10, and I'm going to give it an A. Go check it out right now on Crunchyroll or Funimation if it hasn't crashed. But tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What were your favourite moments of this episode and what were your least favourite moments? Be honest, be truthful and be kind. It's just my opinion and it's just your opinion, but stay sub to this channel for future Attack on Titan reactions, reviews, comparisons, analysis and breakdowns. Stay tuned for my Attack on Titan final season part 2 ED breakdown shot by shot. Thank you for watching, and as always, Bold the Views signing out.